dreams in pixel mazes. Fingers dance, electric craze. You win, you lose, the screen displays. Retro Legends Arcade, where heroes are made. Insert your coin, don't be afraid. Retro Legends Arcade. Pinball clatters, jackpot rings, 8-bit world where power springs. Twitzes hum, the chaos sings, forever young on timeless wings. Press start to play. The night won't decay. Retro Legends Arcade, where heroes are made. Insert your coin, don't be afraid. Retro Legends Arcade. Retro Legends Arcade. Retro Legends Arcade.
Hello, gamers. Welcome to the show, Retro Legends Arcade. We're going a bit early today. I will be going to an arcade tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to do the show. So I figured I'll just do it early, and I'll do it right now. Let's introduce the games for this week. First game we're going to be playing is High Speed The Getaway 2. And this will be on Pinball Effects VR. Let's check out the game. Thank you to Ad Games, who did send me this table pack for the purpose of a review. Now that I've disclosed, let's move on to the next game. Let's jump into some gameplay of High Speed 2 The Getaway. Let's go.
I'm concerned with satisfying ball flow, kinetics. I will not sacrifice. I will not sacrifice a great shot on the playfield.
Gameplay
Steve Ritchie has designed
will be standard 3 balls, Pinball Effects VR. We got a lot to talk about. We got a great show lined up. The first thing we're going to do is introduce all the games. First game is The Getaway High Speed 2.
some of the best-selling games that Williams has ever built. From Flash, Firepower, and High Speed, to Black Knight, F-14, and most recently, Terminator 2.
My games are never subdued. They're always intense, as intense as we can make them. I'm not sure why that is, but I don't do cute.
Steve's newest game is called The Getaway. It's based on the same theme as High Speed, arguably the most profitable pinball machine of all time.
I would say I'm a speed freak. It produces an adrenaline you can't get any other way. That's what we've tried to embody in The Getaway, is that adrenaline.
Although it's based on High Speed, The Getaway is much more advanced than its predecessor. Brand new features include the supercharger.
It actually has enough force to move the entire game. The ball spinning around, it moves the game slightly from left to right.
On the front of the cabinet, a gear shift replaces the standard shooter.
While you're playing the ball, hitting the flippers, you reach down and shift, and you've got to coordinate that with not losing the ball, and it's fun.
The Getaway also features a fully functional tachometer, electronic flippers, and a sound package that includes a classic license from ZZ Top. Begin The Getaway with a gear shift that fires the ball onto the playfield and around the back to the upper right flipper. Speed millions are then achieved by successive shots around the small loop. The central feature, the supercharger, starts lit to give players a hint of the game's velocity. The tachometer is advanced by completing these RPM loops. Players need 1 loop to redline in first gear, 2 to redline in second, and so on. After each redline, the gears are advanced with the shifter on the front of the cabinet. Each gear holds a different award. Redlining in first brings the player 3 million points. Doing the same in second gear will hold over the bonus and bonus multiplier. Video mode is achieved by a redline in third gear. During video mode, players use the left and right flipper buttons, along with the shifter, to negotiate a congested highway. 4 RPM loops in fourth gear will begin supercharger mode, when all major shots are worth millions. Finally, if a player can push the game into a fifth gear redline, he can enter Redline Mania with 1 more shot to the supercharger. Multi-ball will begin, and every major feature will be lit. The scoring possibilities are endless. The road to multi-ball begins with these traffic lights. Lock balls by contacting all 3 stand-up targets of a particular color. Once a bank of lights is complete, the ramp at the back of the playfield will lower, clearing the way for a shot to the lock mechanism. After 2 balls are locked, run the red light by locking the third. Then, after a quick show, multi-ball.
Dispatch, this is 504. Suspect wearing a red light. Over. Roger, 504. Apprehend him.
A jackpot can only be achieved during multi-ball. But first, the ramp must be lowered with a shot into the supercharger. Then, either right flipper can be used to collect the jackpot with a shot up the ramp. If a player can then send 2 more balls into the supercharger, he'll have a chance to score a super jackpot with the same shot. In order to cultivate a dedicated following, 2 ball savers have been designed into the Getaway. The kickback feature in the left drain lane will propel a dune ball back onto the playfield. Kickback is relit when one of the 2 target banks is complete. Another feature called pre-ride returns a ball to the playfield should it drain too quickly.
Don't move.
Near the bottom of the playfield are the freeway lights. They are advanced like this. After a ball comes down one of the return lanes, the player must then send it around the freeway loop. This will advance freeway values toward light extra ball, which can be collected with a shot to the eject hole. Also collected at the eject hole is the burn rubber random feature. Burn rubber is lit with a gear shift and awards one of 15 items such as video mode, extra ball, instant multi-ball, and big points. The supercharger was designed with an eye toward both minimum maintenance and maximum earnings. It circulates balls optomagnetically, like an atomic particle accelerator. Most importantly, it uses no moving parts. The result is one of the most exciting, trouble-free features ever designed. The Getaway from Williams, carrying on a tradition of games built to be intense as we can make them.
There you go. There's our Pinball Effects VR game for the week. It's going to be the Getaway. And I will be playing it on the X Arcade with the Haptics feedback kit. Here's the QR code for the Getaway. You just play a game, take a picture of your score, and send it to this QR code, and you can enter in the tournament for this week. So that was a look at the Getaway, and that will be our VR game that we're playing for Pinball Effects VR. Let me go into the arcade game we're playing. We're going to play a classic that I love. We're going to play some Scramble. Let's take a look at some Scramble. Got some Scramble. Fantastic classic arcade. You shoot, you got bombs. Of course, this was a Stern arcade game. Stern, realizing that video games were going to be huge. was a video game they created. And it's one of my favorite classic arcades. And I haven't seen anyone talk about Scramble, but this one's a lot of fun. Play it however you want. Easy to emulate. These games will run on a toaster. Single quarter run, no continues allowed. Take a snapshot of your score when you're done. And come join us on the Retro Legends Leaderboards. Super fun game. Got a lot to manage. Gotta make sure you're getting fuel. Oh my goodness! Here we go. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Goodness, oh! It gets real hard here, but then it eases up a little bit if you get through this field of, field of fireball. Wow, good stuff. Oh, and there we go. 7,780. Scramble. Come join us this week, Retro Legends Arcade. This is our arcade game we're going to be playing. So there's a quick look at Scramble. That's our arcade game we're going to be playing this week. Scramble, here's your I-scored code. Just play the game on the device of your choice. Take a photograph of your score at the end of the game. Scan this QR code or click on the link in the description of this video. Take you directly to the Retro Legends Arcade's leaderboards. Enter your score for the game. It could not be easier. And next, we're going to talk about, let me get that off my stage real quick. The next thing we're going to talk about is the At Games Pinball, which I've selected for this week. We're going to play a fantastic game called Space Station. Let's take a quick look at that. We're going to take a look at Space Station.
We have ignition.
This game I ended up liking a lot more for some reason on the At Games 4KP Pinball. It felt a little bit less bouncy than other versions I've played. And maybe it's all in my mind, but for some reason it seems this version seems a lot more playable and a lot more fun. Here's a close-up of the play field. Looks really good. I mean, this definitely has that old school solid state pinball feel, you know. It's going to have that throwback. I'd rate this table about 8.5 as well. It's pretty fun. You know, for $5, I mean, you really can't go wrong. For $5, you're not going to find a better pinball table. Yeah, these Williams Pinball packs for the At Games Legends 4KP are incredible. I mean, you really cannot go wrong with the Williams Pinball pack. And this is a really fun, a little bit more retro pinball table. It's going to be fun to high score chase this for the week. Definitely worth the $5. So there you have it. Overall rating for this pack, I'm going to give this pack a 9 out of 10. I would definitely recommend it. If you like Williams Pinball, this is a must-buy. Just like all Williams packs. It's not that different. Once again, just going back to At Games, I mean, they have 251 pinball games on their machine right now. So say what you want about At Games. One thing you can't say about them is they have been busy. And they have been continuously putting out games. So that's pretty exciting. So Space Shuttle is going to be, Space Station is going to be our At Games pinball game for the week. I got one more pinball I want to play. And this is a classic that I love. You can either play it on Steam or on At Games Pinball. I'm going to show both versions. But let's start with a look at Woods Queen Remake on the At Games Legends 4KP. And we're also going to check it out on Zaccaria Pinball via Steam because it looks completely different. It is the exact same game. It's just the graphics are different. So let's check out Woods Queen. Coming at you with what I consider to be one of the sexiest tables. on At Games Legends Pinball 4KP. Of course, I'm talking about the amazing Woods Queen 2019. Let's check it out. This is an absolutely gorgeous pinball table. This is a table that I love because it really has a great flow to it, and it also accentuates and lets you really hear the SSF. Let's talk a little bit about the game. One of the coolest things is you can get a multi-ball easily. You hit the middle spot targets to light the word lock, and then you got to hit 2 balls in the middle to the left hole. Of course, what we're taking a look at here is Woods Queen Remake, and this is looking at it on the At Games Legends 4KP. We're also going to look at it through Steam and cabinet mode, but the Zaccaria pinball is really fun. This is a very fun game. This is one that I love. This is a little tribute I made to this table. You get my ugly mug. Rotate the spinner 30 times. You get a kickback. Welcome to the jungle, baby. It really sounds like a jungle with this amazing sound on this premium pinball. I'll tell you what, this is the kind of thing I got the 4KP for. Keep hitting the left orbit to light one of the vulture letters. Complete all the letters and you get 10 million points. The game has a multiplier. When you pass the top rollovers to light the words ape, it advances the multipliers. With the notable upscan and graphics fidelity and the amazing sound, this is the kind of upgrades I was hoping to get when I moved to the Legends Pinball 4KP. Glad to see that this table is so well represented. Let's get back to some gameplay of Woods Queen and a little homage to the Jungle Queens as we play.
2 million. Spot award. $2 million. 2 million. Ball is locked. Multi-ball is lit. Bonus times 2.
Nice and smooth gameplay. What's not to like? Jungle Queen theme. And one of the cool things, you can play the original version of the Woods Queen remake on the At Games 4KP right now. Or you can play a brand new skin of it on Steam. Super fun game. It's got great flow. It's got a great multi-ball. Been wanting to play this one for a while. A little bit of the gameplay in action. I like the jungle sounds.
2 million. Look out. Spot award. Ball save is activated.
This great jungle sounds.
Double loop. Combo.
Got 2 great games to play on the At Games. You can play, actually all 3 of them you could play if you wanted to. We have High Speed 2, The Getaway. We have Woods Queen Remake 2019. And we have Space Station.
2 million. Ball save is activated. Ball is locked. Multi-ball is lit.
These remake tables are super fun. I have no idea why At Games never includes these in the Flipper Friends. The remake tables are some of the best Magic Pixel Zaccaria tables, and yet they never get put onto that Flipper Friends list. So I'm going to run this as part of my tournament.
Double jackpot.
You just see how buttery smooth the gameplay is.
Super jackpot. Jackpot. Combo.
So that was a nice long look at some gameplay on the At Games Legends 4KP. You can also play this game on Steam. Let's take a look at how they changed it up.
Super jackpot.
Here is the brand new version of Wood Screen, which you can play. It's the same exact game. It's got different graphics. It's got a new skin, fresh new coat of paint on it.
Super jackpot.
Comments, let me know which one you think looks better. You think the new version looks better or the original version? I do love this game. It's super fun to play this week.
Lock is lit. 2 million. Bonus times 2. 2 million. Vulture
That away
complete.
real quick.
Start mode is lit.
Okay, so there was some footage of Woods Queen. So let me just go over all the games that we'll be playing this week in the Retro Legends Arcade. And, of course, we looked at Space Station, which is on the At Games 4KP. You could play it on any format you want, but this one's definitely great on the At Games. It's my preferred way to play. We just looked at Woods Queen, which you can play on either Steam or on At Games 4KP. If you want to play the new version, you got to play it on Steam. If you want to play the classic version, it's on your 4KP. We'll be playing the Getaway. That's my Pinball Effects VR game. It is going to be 3 balls, standard rules. And our arcade game for the week will be the arcade game Scramble. So those are the 4 games we'll be playing this week for the Retro Legends Arcade. And so now let's take a look at next thing I want to check out. We're going to check out, let me get this off the stage here, remove that. Okay. And the next thing we're going to take a look at, let's see, let me get rid of these. We're going to take a look at, let's take a look at the brand new game that's releasing from Zen Studios, Elvira and the Party Monsters. Let's check that out.
Hey, let's party!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, monstrous! Ooh! Oh! Now we're cooking. Let's boogie!
Thank you, boy. Live! Oregon!
Ooh, nice organ. Ooh, jackpot! How about another ball?
The gun looks pretty amazing. Some party monsters. Elvira. Man, who can't wait for that? And that's coming to all platforms from Zen Studios. Speaking of Zen Studios, they have a big sale going on too, which is very exciting. Let's take a look at their big announcement for Pinball Bites and their big congratulations for 25 years for Zen Studios.
Pinball fans to this special edition of the Pinball Bites.
We are celebrating the 25th birthday of Zen Studios, and we couldn't do it without bringing a surprise for you in this special occasion.
Let's see what we have for you today. We dug down to the deepest corners of our servers to create something special for you.
Are you ready for some nostalgia?
Amazing, 25 years. Congratulations, Zen Studios. What an accomplishment. Amazing games they've given us. Star Wars. Showing all the different games they have created. Williams Pinball. What a legacy. Pinball Effects VR, I think is really going to be one of their future, bright future for Zen Studios.
25 years. They tell me Zen Studios has been around for 25 years. That is incredible. From my days showing up around 2007, 2008, I just look back on this and it's been an amazing ride. So many fun moments and so many great developments. You know, pinball has just been amazing. From the first Pinball Effects all the way through to where we are today. Just being a part of keeping the history alive and pioneering the digital game. The fantastic team has been so rewarding. All the other games that we've made along the way, you know, I mean, love those just as much, and we've done some great things. I just can't, thinking back, like Punisher No Mercy and Flipper Critters and Planet Mini Golf, Infinite Mini Golf, Operencia of the Stolen Sun, Crazy Game Kit Beat, Kung Fu Beat Matching. You know, it's so cool to be able to take the opportunities as an independent studio back in those days and just work on things we loved and find so much success due to the players, because you guys supported us, and it's been, you know, it's just, I just have to say thank you. And really looking forward to the future, all that it has to bring. We have great plans. You know, and just looking back and thinking about this, it's been such a remarkable journey. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, players. Thank you to everyone at Zen. You know, it's so cool. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Enjoy the rest of the Pinball Bites. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Thank you very much to all the players who supported us on this unbelievable journey.
And now it's time to celebrate. We have launched a series of events over the last couple of weeks that you can still participate in.
Join our free-to-play tournament on Fishtails for a chance to win the entire Pinball FX library on Steam, Epic Games, PlayStation or Xbox.
You can find the tournament ID in the bottom right corner or in the video description.
We are doing a series of giveaways on our socials, so make sure to follow us on Facebook, X and Instagram, where we keep you updated on these.
So that's pretty cool. Make sure you play Fishtails with that link, and you might win a complete collection of every Zen pinball table. That's pretty amazing. That's very easy just to play a game and enter in a tournament to win every Zen Studios pinball table. Definitely take advantage of that. If you didn't see that, they flashed it in the corner for the video. You can pause it and watch it back, but that's a huge prize.
Events.
Pinball FX players will also receive a unique set of collectibles after our update on the 16th of October, so you have a chance to upgrade your pinhole while playing with the new tables.
Did you say tables?
That's right. In the last episode we announced Scared Steve joining our pinball library, but that's not all.
That was a Scared Stiff is joining the Zen Pinball library, and it will be released on all platforms. Very exciting, including at games. But I mean, definitely want to check it out in Pinball FX VR as well. Curious how they're going to implement that.
We have for Halloween.
Hey, let's party!
Oh, yeah.
One more look. Elvira and the Party Monsters was announced. Not only are we going to get Scared Stiff, we're going to get the Party Monsters as well.
Now we're cooking. Let's boogie!
Thank you, boy. Live. Organ.
Ooh, nice organ.
Elvira in the hot tub?
Ooh,
Not like that.
jackpot. How about another ball?
Pretty epic.
It's party time in the graveyard and you're invited.
Join the Mistress of the Dark on Elvira and the Party Monsters on a frightful evening packed with creepy creatures and multi-ball madness.
Light up the dance floor, feast with the monsters, and keep the party alive with every single one of your flips.
Similarly to Scare Steve, the table will arrive on the 16th of October to every Pinball FX platform.
Pinball FX VR, Zen Pinball World, and At Games Legends 4KP players will also receive the table. Just a quick note here that the two tables will be released separately on our pinball platforms.
Get ready for an epic pinball party for Halloween with the Mistress of the Dark herself.
And finally, a quick release recap for players on At Games.
Our tables keep rolling out on the platform, bringing new pinball action to living rooms everywhere.
In August, we released Honor and Legacy, Williams Pinball Volume 9 and No Good Golfers.
September was also busy in terms of classic table releases. Williams Pinball Volume 4, 6 have also joined the library.
And there will be more. Keep an eye out for the social channels of At Games to keep up with their latest updates.
There you go. You got it. I mean, they are dedicated to releasing pinball tables on the At Games platform. Anyone that had any doubts, they just told you.
That's it for this special birthday edition of the Pinball Bites.
Get ready as Scare Steve and Elvira and the Party Monsters will come to our pinball platforms on October 16.
And join our events as you can win awesome prizes.
See you on the top of the leaderboards!
That is awesome. I mean, that is just awesome. We're getting Elvira and the Party Monsters and Scared Stiff. It's a good day to be a fan of pinball. Can't wait to play the Zen versions. And so let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at our leaderboards real quick. Let me mix it up. Let's see. Let's see, share screen. Let's see, share. Okay. Here are the leaderboards. We just went through playing for a week. And you can see we have all kinds of games on the Retro Legends leaderboards. There are the new games. I just put them up. We've got Space Station, Woods Queen, the Getaway, and Scramble all ready to go. Last week we played, let's start with Funhouse. We had Soggy Bacon in number 1, Java number 2, Dave LB number 3. I was number 4th. Biggie D's Arcade also played. And we had T. McCloskey rounding up Funhouse. Let's see, on Tomb Raider. I'm just going to go by the people on this date period. Number 1 score we have is Java. Great job. I played. We had Bliss 2121. Fantastic. We had Dave LB. We played some Pengo. We had me, Ichabod Crane, and T. McCloskey. I ended up taking the win for Pengo for the week, surprisingly. Then we had in Truxton 2, we had Ichabod Crane in number 1, Jabba number 2, Sacra number 3. I came in 4th, T. McCloskey in 5th. So those were our scores for the week for the Retro Legends Arcade. So let me take that off the screen. Stop screen. Let me, we're going to do a quick spin for a winner. Just get in touch with me if you win. Let me make sure that it is on the screen real quick. It is on the screen. Okay, good luck, gamers. Here we go. There's a 1-month cooldown, so if you just won, it'll be another week. And there we go. Dave LB with the win. Congratulations. Move that. Next thing I want to talk about is the Haptics kit. We'll take a quick little look at a video I put together for it on the X-Arcade Haptics kit. Hello gamers, this is Papa Brad with an exciting video, an unboxing of the X-Arcade with Haptics kit prototype. That's right. You know, one thing I'll say about X-Arcade, they really do ship their stuff well. It's very well packed. You can see it's a box inside of a box. And these are some pretty heavy, like the pieces are pretty heavy in and of themselves. I'm going to be one of the testers and I'm going to be checking out the X-Arcade prototype Haptics kit to give them feedback on what I think of it and how it performs. They sent me just the top part of the unit to replace, and I'm thrilled to unbox this. Time to get rid of the box. 3, 2, 1, and shabam! The box is gone! Just like that. Absolutely beautiful quality arcade unit. Every arcade needs one of these X-Arcades. Great piece of arcade hardware. If you've never seen the X-Arcade, here's how it comes packed. This is the main unit. And this one's been modified quite a bit. All the parts that are black are prototype parts, just so we can get an idea how everything works. Right away you can tell it's different because it has the black plastic with the white. Very nice. I'd like to thank X Arcade for sending this out for me to test. Very excited to give them my feedback about the Haptics kit. My initial impression of the plunger is very nice. It's all metal. It very much looks like a real pinball plunger. It's very well constructed. And this is a pretty heavy duty unit. There's your speakers, which will be on the top. We've got 2 dials. We're going to get down to what they do. We got 2 buttons. We're going to talk a little bit more about those when I get it hooked up. I've been asked not to give all the details because this is just a prototype and they might change even more before it's released. But this will give you a good baseline of what the X Arcade Haptics kit with the X Arcade Tank Stick VR, what it's going to look like. And this is an engineering sample, but right off the bat, I can tell you the quality. I mean, check out that pinball. They're not playing around. I think they did a fantastic job at really integrating that plunger into the base unit. It's very seamless with how they have it mounted. And I'm going to have to take off my original X Arcade 2TV XR off of this stand, which is rock solid. And I'm going to slide this new one in its place. But before I can get really into trying out the VR pinball, I'm going to have to make some modifications to the stand because the stand is so steady. Here it goes. We're taking off the old one. The stand is so steady that you have to make it where it can flex some so you can actually nudge. So they came up with a really ingenious method to do that. Basically, you're going to put these metal plates on the bottom of the X Arcade 2TV XR base, which is super solid. One of the great things when you play arcade games, of course, you can also set it back to where it doesn't move at all. But these metal plates are going to allow it a little bit of flex, so I'll be able to shake it like a real pinball machine. And you've got 4 heavy-duty bolts, and then the rubber feet are going to screw into this. They also have adjusters where you can lock them down, and just really a well-constructed unit. But there's going to be the modification you're going to make to your base so you can actually nudge it. And this is part of what's going to make nudging possible because the unit's so solid, it literally will not, it's kind of hard to move because this is going to give it that wiggle. Check this out. See it wiggling? That'll wiggle. I mean, it's a really ingenious way to make it where it moves just enough that you can do your nudging when you're playing pinball. Nudge enhancement foot plates. You're going to run a power brick. It's going to come up to here. Drop off the screen. I'll show you something cool. Look, here's your solenoid button. Notice I press it. Look at that. Your solenoids are active. Ooh, they feel good too. Check this side. Watch. You press the button. Turns off and look. Back to being stealth mode. Yeah, so the solenoids, you can turn them on and off. Very cool. You pause it right there for a minute. One thing I will say about the solenoids are really, really well done. They are not overpowering. I find that the solenoids on the at games are just super powerful, and they're very, very loud and aggressive. These solenoids, I feel like they did a really good implementation of solenoids on this unit. There's literally no lag when you play in Pinball Effects VR, and it does feel like a pinball flipper, and it's not overly loud and obnoxious. So I feel like they nailed that. That is really just something they got close to perfection. And this is all still, being developed. So, but I could tell you that the solenoids were really a great, pleasant surprise. I think they really did a good job with the way they used the solenoids. Also, like they have the button, and you could turn them on and off on the fly, which I think is really cool. You can literally do it in a game. And that is a really good feature of this Haptics upgrade kit. And keep in mind, this is only $150 to add on to your X Arcade setup. This is not a very expensive upgrade, and you get a ton of things for that $150. Good luck. There's the plunger. Looks nice. Now these are, but I want to mention about the two main things. You're going to get nudging, that it works and is effective when you're playing Pinball Effects VR. Nudging works great. And you're going to get a plunger. So you get, to me, the accelerometer and the plunger are two of the biggest upgrades. Plus you get the solenoids, and you do have haptic feedback where the sound of the pinball table, instead of coming from your VR headset, it's going to come from the actual X Arcade, and they have speakers. So the immersion is fantastic. Design for your hands when you're playing. This gives you a little bit more, like you're not going to accidentally press the buttons while you're playing. Yeah, and these are just another comfort add-on. So basically the main thing was on the right side, you could accidentally hit the launch button. I never had that problem, but I understand why they did this, but I've never actually had that problem when I was playing. But you can literally now sit your hands on it, and with these extra pieces on, there's no chance of accidentally launching the ball. So I feel like that's a pretty cool upgrade. So just a little quality of life update. Pretty cool. Keep in mind, this is just a prototype. The finished ones, I believe they're going to be white. They won't be made of this black plastic. They'll be white. Here's with the top unit on. It makes it a lot heavier. You can see that you can definitely nudge easily. It's pretty easy to nudge now. And I will say that the nudging is very well done. In Pinball Effects VR, the nudging is very effective. It does work very well. The accelerometer they've got just right, and it's really doesn't make the pinball and Pinball Effects VR much more immersive. The accelerometer does work really well. Okay, this is a really important part to look at. This is the back panel features. This is where you're going to connect your power port. DC 24 volt and a USB-C, both must be connected. You have to connect your 3.5 audio jack for input for sound-driven vibrations from your Quest headset. You have your USB port for wired mode. You have your adjustment knobs. One does the vibration level and one does the unit's volume. This is the part I was really concerned about, was the toggle buttons. You can't turn the solenoids on and off. There's a switch to enable or disable them. There's also a switch to turn on the accelerator or turn it off. You can enable or disable the accelerometer. And when the LED is on, it's enabled, and when it's off, it's disabled. So yeah, I like that they went with the lights too. It just makes it even cooler. You have more things glowing, more things lighting up, and you can visually see if they're turned on or off. Plus, I do like they used, instead of using like some kind of digital version, they actually use actual knobs to adjust everything. So you can basically, on the fly, you can adjust your haptics, how strong or how weak the haptics are. You can also adjust the volume on the fly of how loud the speakers are. And I think these are all super good calls. And I'm have to say, I'm very impressed. This is an engineering sample, and they're still working on things. But just even with the initial look at it now, it's very impressive. And if you love virtual pinball, you have an X Arcade, this is a great upgrade. Pretty cool. It even has a lit up button so you know if it's turned on or not. You do need to connect those things. You need the power to the haptics motors and the solenoids. You need the 3.5 audio jack for the haptics to be able to detect the sound from the pinball. And you need the USB port for wired mode. So pretty easy. Those are connections though. A little bit about the dongle. They did include a dongle. The dongle has 3 modes. They will come out with a new dongle. This is just a prototype dongle they sent me. Basically, the new dongle has the 3 modes, or you have one press you do for keyboard mode. You press it again for 2-player mode, so you can actually play with 2 players on the X Arcade in VR. And then they have a 3rd mode, which is X Input Pinball. It's a single controller mode for Pinball Effects Classic and Pinball Effects Star Wars, which is pretty cool. They did not send the new wireless dongle, which they will be making soon, but this is just a prototype. Once again, it's an engineering sample. And here is Indiana Jones pinball running through the Haptics kit. And you can hear the sound. You can hear I can adjust it with these knobs. The other knob controls how much haptics is going through the unit itself. Showing the solenoids. I will say the solenoids are great. I love them. They're way better than what AtGames has. The AtGames ones are way overpowered. These feel just right when you're playing. I mean, they did a great job on sourcing these because it feels just right. And there is absolutely no lag. Like, when you hit that solenoid, the flipper moves, which is great. I mean, that's the way it's got to be if you're going to have that loud flicking. Otherwise, it could throw your timing off. But I'll tell you, my initial impressions in Pinball Effects VR is it really works fantastic. And I know that they're still working on it. So, pretty amazing to be able to nudge in VR. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The plunger, also very high quality, very functional. Hope you enjoyed my first look at... Well, there you go. There was a quick look at the brand new Haptics kit that's coming out to the X-Arcade Tank Stick VR. Should be a lot of fun. Anyone that likes playing pinball with the X-Arcade, highly recommend it. From at least my first impressions of it are very strong, and it's probably just going to get better because they're still adding things to it. They're still working on certain elements of it, so it's very exciting. Let's cover some AtGames news. Of course, the big news with AtGames was they released a table today. They released Baby Shark. It's a really great kids table. Let's pull up some footage of Baby Shark real quick. Here's a look at it. There it is, gamers. We're coming at you with something new today. Of course, I'm talking about Baby Shark, the latest AtGames original game, released for the 4KP and the HD Pinball. This is the ideal game to introduce small children to pinball. It's super fun. I'm going to take a complete look at it right after this. Enjoy.
Choose your mode.
And here we go. We're going to look at some Baby Shark in action. This game is $8 for the 4KP and $6 for the Legends HD pinball platforms. It is available on both, so everyone can enjoy some Baby Shark fun. I think this table is a great addition to the AtGames tables available on the 4KP and the HD, because it provides a kid-friendly pinball table that is easy for young children to get into pinball. I feel like this was a much-needed gap that AtGames really needed to fill, and while there are tables that are kid-themed, like My Little Pony, they really don't play well for kids. They're too challenging, they're too hard, and they're an example of an adult making a pinball game for a kid. This truly is a kid's pinball game, and kudos to Magic Pixel and AtGames for putting this out. And this table is brilliant. It does it really well. And for that reason alone, I'm going to give this table a 9 out of 10. You know, for its target audience, this is ideal. And this is AtGames offering different types of tables for different kinds of players. And Magic Pixel really did great. It's licensed well, it's fun, and anyone's going to have fun playing this. You know, one flaw I think with it is that the scoreboards do not separate the different modes So that's going to be an issue for your serious players, but I'm going to ask,
I'm the skate king of the
why
sea.
so serious, you know? Why does every game on a pinball machine have to be for wizard-type players or hardcore competitive players? And the answer is it doesn't need to be. And this is definitely a game that, you know, I would never recommend putting in a tournament. Maybe you could do a time trial on it or something, or single ball run. But I mean, this is not a game for adults. This is a game for kids. It's a kid's game. So there will be plenty of adults streaming this and playing it, but it really is a kid's game. And keeping that in mind, you know, I think they knocked this one out of the park. I'm going to cover some of the information from the owner's manual for Baby Shark. I'm going to start with the premise of the game. Baby Shark. Make a splash with Baby Shark Pinball. Join Baby Shark on a bubbly undersea adventure to reunite with Mommy, Daddy, Grandma, and Grandpa Shark. Bursting with vibrant visuals and joyful surprises, this colorful table brings the beloved Baby Shark world to life with a fast-paced, high-energy pinball fun. Along the way, Baby Shark meets his new pals and pulls off cool tricks as he catches waves, cruises on his skateboard, and carves through the sea on his bodyboard. Choose Shark Mode or Baby Shark Mode to match your skill level, making the perfect experience for players of all ages. It's a fantastic ride that the whole family will love. Talk a little bit about the difference between Shark Mode and Baby Shark Mode, and this is directly from the user's manual. At the start of each game, you get to choose your difficulty by pressing a flipper. Left for Shark Mode or right for Baby Shark Mode. Baby Shark Mode is designed for younger players, offering a simplified objectives and fewer ball drains for a more forgiving experience. It's a perfect way to introduce small children to pinball. Following sections outline the key differences between the two modes. The center pop-up post. This feature features a center pop-up post that when raised prevents the balls from draining down the center. Automatically activates every 20 seconds at the start of each round. Can also be reactivated by completing the bottom rollovers where the baby lamps are located. Lit rollovers can be rotated using the flippers. Balls that get past the center pop-up are automatically relaunched into the playfield. In Baby Shark Mode, the center pop-up post stays raised for 60 seconds once activated, providing extended protection for younger players. Outlane gates. Each outlane features a gate that will open and it redirects draining balls onto the inlane for a second chance to play. These gates are activated by completing the Shark Drop target bang. Once open, they remain active until they successfully save a ball or the current round ends. In the Shark Target mode, the target bang is completed again while the gates are already open and 1 million point Shark bonus is awarded. In Baby Shark mode, the outlane gates stay open for the entire game, preventing any outlane drains and creating a more accessible, kid-friendly experience. Multiplier. The multiplier increases the value of the end of ball bonus. To advance the multiplier, complete the upper rollovers. Lit rollovers can be rotated using the flippers. Each completion advances the multiplier by 2 times, up to a maximum of 10 times. After achieving 10 million multiplier, completing the rollovers awards 1 million points. Right here I'm showing the true joy of this game, which is really endless multi-balls, great flow, a super fun theme, executed perfectly. You know, this is a great game, and it deserves the 9 I'm giving it. For its target market, this is perfection. This is how it should be done. Now, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Okay, so there you go. There you go. There was a quick look at Baby Shark, brand new game released on At Games. You know, other At Games news. Believe they still have the micros on sale for $325. That's a pretty good deal. Flipper Friends is back on. And You could play Flipper Friends with that games if that's something you want to play. Here's the pinball tables right now for at games. They have Who Done It, No Good Gophers, One Fish, Two Fish, Speed Kings, and Egypt. You have to play all 5 tables for your score to count with the IFPA. If you fall off any of the 5 leaderboards, you don't get any credit at all for playing. And quite frankly, I'm getting a little bit tired of the grind of playing 5 tables where to get ranking. If you lose a single ranking, you're dropped off. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to play Flipper Friends, but I did play this week. We'll see if my scores hold. HD tables are right here. You've got Future World Deluxe, Egypt, Sea of Thieves, Moonflight, and Speed King for the HD, but that is currently live. And that's pretty much the At Games news for now. They do have Scared Stiff coming. They will also have Elvira and the Party Monsters coming, which is very exciting. And that's pretty much the show for this week. Let me make sure I got everything. Let me check my queue here. I think I showed everything I wanted to show. Yeah, it looks like that's it. That's everything I wanted to show. So one more look at the games we're playing this week. Pinball Effects VR. We're playing the Getaway, standard game, 3 balls. We're playing Space Station, which you could play on At Games. We're also playing Woods Queen Remake, which is a great game. And we're playing the arcade game Scramble. Come join us. We have a great week of gaming ahead of us. I will be at the arcade tomorrow, so no show tomorrow night. That's why I'm doing it now. I just want to release the games. Leaderboards are live. You can play and drop scores as of right now. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And as always, stay legit.
Well, Papa Brad's a game man. He's got passion in his soul. From pinball tables to Atari, he's always in control. He's a master of retro man, the old school style's his thing. With every flick of the joystick, you can hear the twang ting. Stay legit, Papa Brad, keep the high school living. From the classic arcades to the At Games pinball board. With the Atari 2600, your love for games will never quit. Stay true yourself, Papa Brad, and always stay legit. He's a lover of the classics, the sound of pixelated beats. Late nights at the arcade with every game defeat. But he'll keep on pushing till he's reached that final stage. Papa Brad's the gaming legend. His passion never fades. Stay legit, Papa Brad, keep the high school rolling. From the classic arcades to the At Games pinball board. With the Atari 2600, your love for games will never quit. Stay true yourself, Papa Brad, and always stay legit.